Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Flex round! Flex round!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Blake. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13.
Ohio! Ohio!
Operating from the gun. Blake, flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. On is the Chargers punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And take it right on the 30. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They start with a give to cover. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Avery Jones coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, you got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round!
Off play action. Blake eluding the pressure right. And an alley to run. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Come on, let's go. What? Nine.
On 1st and 10, Blake. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's go. Brand 38.
Off the play fake. Blake. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. 1st and 10 at the 19. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitch, complete. It's Coleman. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The drive will start with Connor, and he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Going deep here for Bryant. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Able to shake him off. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Jerry Hughes with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Buying time to his left. And that's caught inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Here's Darkwan. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play call, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Now, that was a good job by the defense swarming to the football. And you know it's no cinch that you're going to be able to get the ball into the end zone against them. They're number 2 against the run. So what's an offensive coordinator to do? Check your playlist.
To throw on second down. Blake, and this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Corey Coleman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. Sanders now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field.
And this is their third drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. They fake the give. Now Mahomes airing one out for Boyd. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
4 down. Ready. Green 90. Green 90.
A first run for the backup Abdullah. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. They go back to Abdullah on first. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Looking for White on the deep ball. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
The Lions on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Blue 45. Blue 45.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Nick Perry with a pick. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening...
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Yannick Ngakoue. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. From the gun, Blake. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective.
And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. Sanders now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out now come the Lions. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. The dump off for Abdullah. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, it's Connor, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Barkevious Mingo in that time on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Blake, the ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Toss play, counter. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Going deep here for Bryant. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
The Lions on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He completes it to Bryant. A big 30-yard play on third.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out.
Green 90. Green 90. Ace. Slow.
Mahomes now on first down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Tahir Whitehead.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Escaping the pressure right. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Check. Patches. Ohio.
From the gun on third down. Blake looking left side. He's got it complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Ohio.
Throwing on first down. Blake looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. Off-play action. Blake is going to let this one go deep. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way down to the to 5. A big play there for L.A. 41 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Flex round! Flex round!
Operating from the gun. Blake. And his throw is incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch. We got it!
To throw on 2nd down. Blake, and that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
From the gun on 3rd down. Blake, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Barkevius Mingo coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. A 33-yarder from the left hash. The kick by Sanders is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
4 down, check, 4 down, 4 down.
Now here's Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Flex round! Flex round!
from the gun. Blake. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Blake. Pass incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off play action. Blake. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Flex round! Flex round!
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But a Chargers player was able to fall on it, and they'll keep possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. A final shot before break. Blake into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. No, I'm not mad at you for skipping halftime, but can I just have a sip of water real quick? Please, thank you. All right, let's go. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And last time, 1 play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And his kick is good. Sanders now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Ace!
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Over the middle and caught by the tight end play. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
4 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for the moment, this will be a 1st down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands.
Left.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Flex round! Flex round! I got 29.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Off the play fake. Blake looking deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the run, Darkwa. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Back to throw. Blake. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Let's go! White 90! White 90! Flex round! Flex round! Roy!
Operating from the gun. Blake dancing to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A big play there with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Sanders now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Lions now. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. Got a man. It's Brashon Perriman. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there of 20 yards. On 1st down, Mahomes trying to lay one up deep. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Corey Peters in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. Airing one out for Boyd. It's caught inside the 25. A big play on 3rd down for the Lions. 48 yards.
I know they had good coverage downfield, but you have to wonder, on 3rd and long like that, how does that happen that they can get that far downfield and complete a pass? You got to guard the sticks, understand where you are, so it's almost like someone fell asleep in the switch, and now that the play's been completed, they've got to dust themselves off on defense, pick it up, and figure out how to not let that happen again.
The 2nd down run for Abdullah. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the 1st down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
Yeah, he's got it. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Double tight. Hunt. Hey. 4 down.
They get it to him running left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change?
The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
I know you feel that.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, Blake. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, no 4th quarter. Now they'll run it on the toss. He can't get him down. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 13. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time.
Nope.
And now here's another interception. It's Chris Harris with a pick. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A good pick up there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run with Darkwa. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
What? 90.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Blake, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. On the crossing route, complete. That's Boyd. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Mahomes now on first down. He's going to fire one deep. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by George Iloka. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. They'll roll him out right. This is caught. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Come on, let's go!
Looking to throw. Blake. He's going to air one out. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not.
And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. It's their quarterback. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will swell by one more. Sanders now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Frank Clark in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Jerry Hughes in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Going deep here for Bryant. It got his man complete. A big play on 3rd down for the Lions. 51 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Black 58 rail.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A gain of 11 and a first down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football.